Welcome, friends and family of the Twin Falls class of 2025. If you could please rise for the National Pledge of Allegiance. Ready? Okay. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Now, if you could please stay standing for the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Go Bruin! All right. Thank you to the Twin Falls High School Chamber Singers. Friends and family, you may now be seated. And we'd now like to welcome, introduce, and turn the time over to our superintendent, Dr. Dickinson.
All right, you may be seated. No, you're supposed to stay standing. Okay. All right, good evening, everyone. My name... all right, let's try that again. Good evening, everyone. My name is Brady Dickinson. I have the distinct honor and joy of serving as the superintendent of the Twin Falls School District. I'd like to welcome Chairman Smallwood, our school board trustees, Principal Jones, the incredible Twin Falls faculty and staff, distinguished guests, proud parents, relatives, friends, and of course, the reason we're all here tonight, the graduating class of 2025. Let me just say, what a great-looking group of graduates we have here tonight. I don't know if it's the cap and gowns or just the relief of being done with finals, but you all look fantastic. It's truly a privilege to stand before you to celebrate this very special milestone. You students have worked hard, really hard. You've battled homework, deadlines, morning alarms, group projects where you probably carried 95% of the weight, and let's be honest, probably a little procrastination. Tonight, you officially join the proud and growing group of Twin Falls High School alumni. You are part of a great tradition, and every single one of you has added your own unique story to the legacy of this school. I'm so proud of this class. Your accomplishments in the classroom, on the field, on the stage, and in the community have been inspiring. Whether it was a big win, a standout solo in the choir, or a part in a drama production, you've made your mark. Now, I'd like to take a moment to recognize a very special group of individuals. Would all of our graduates who have enlisted or are planning to enlist in the military please stand and remain standing? Stay standing. And now I'd like to invite all veterans and those currently serving in our military, if you're in the audience tonight, to please stand and join these students. Thank you for your service and commitment to our country. You may be seated, but know our gratitude stands with you always. Okay, class of 2025, I'm not done making people stand just yet. As the graduating class of Twin Falls High School, you join a long and growing list of alumni who have walked the halls, survived finals week, and made their way across this very stage. So I'd like to ask all Twin Falls High School alumni in the audience tonight to please stand and be recognized. Take a good look, graduates. This is the club you're officially joining. These are the people who came before you, who've carried the spirit of Twin Falls High School into the world beyond these walls, and now it's your turn. Congratulations, be proud, be bold, be kind, and when in doubt, just remember, if you can survive high school, you can survive anything. It's my honor tonight on behalf of the Twin Falls School District number 411 Board of Trustees to present a very special award. Each year, the school board recognizes a business, individual, or organization that has made a lasting impact on our schools through the Twin Falls School District Community Partner in Education Award. This evening, it is my pleasure to present this award to a family whose name is nearly as woven into the fabric of Twin Falls as the school colors themselves. The Florence family, owners of Falls Brand Independent Meat Company. Representing the family tonight will be Jeff Choates. Jeff, if you could join me on stage. The history of Falls Brand is intertwined with the history of Twin Falls itself. Founded in the early 1900s, around the same time the city and the school district were taking shape, Falls Brand has long been a part of this community's story. In the 1950s, the Florence family took the helm of the company, and under their leadership, it has grown exponentially, while staying true to the philosophy that has always guided them to serve their customers, care for their employees, and give back to the community. That last value, giving back, is the reason we are here tonight. For decades, the Florence family and Falls Brand have quietly and consistently supported our schools, student clubs, athletic teams, and every manner of community organization. Whether it's sponsoring events or donating products, they have been there not for the spotlight, but for the students. This kind of unwavering community support doesn't just happen. It takes heart, commitment, and a deep belief in the value of public education. The Florence family's contributions have nourished more than just our events. They have helped nurture opportunity and belonging for generations of students in Twin Falls. At this time, on behalf of the Twin Falls School District Board of Trustees, I'm proud to present the 2025 Community Partner in Education Award to the Florence family and Falls Brand Independent Meat Company. And now it is my honor to join Principal Jones in recognizing the 2025 Twin Falls High School valedictorians and salutatorians. These students have demonstrated excellence in every class over the past 4 years. All of the valedictorians have accomplished a perfect 4.0 GPA, and the salutatorians are just a fraction below that. Okay. So the first, 2025, the salutatorians. First up will be Andrew Daniel Child. Hank Nolan Dancy, sorry. Logan Gary Darrow. Hayden Edith Elison. Ellie Lou Fuchs. And Victoria Bella Hardcastle. Sorry about that, salutatorians. We should have had you line up. Setting the standard for generations to come, ladies and gentlemen, the valedictorians at Twin Falls High School are Eve Julia Anderson. Jolie Lynn Baker. Anna Lou Bullwinkle. Abigail Nicole Reyna Campos. Nolan June Dickerson. Kylie Marie Dilly. Preston Woodruff Dopp. William Michael Hawkins. Melissa May Jensen. Molly Anna Larson. Kinsey Elizabeth Mason. Tava Madeline McMurdy. Josephine Barbara Prussell. Elizabeth Grace Quinton. Aiden Ruel Stallones. Spencer Benjamin Swinson. Nam Than Vo. Adam Matthew Wright. And Emily Catherine Wright. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, the Twin Falls High School class of 2025 salutatorians and valedictorians.
We're going to have the valedictorian, Adam Wright, who scored a perfect score on his SAT, to come up and address the crowd on behalf of the valedictorians.
Let's see. How's that? Can you hear me all right? A little louder? All right. Hey, guys. All right. There we go. Hello, everybody. My name is Adam Wright, and I, like many of you, am graduating. Did the robe give it away? When I was a freshman, all of the seniors I interacted with, whether they were from theater or cross country or debate or really any other background, all seemed to have the same advice for me. They all said, enjoy high school now because it goes by fast. And go by fast, it did. I think we've all felt that firsthand these past few months. It's all a flurry of senior projects and prom and finals, and then all of a sudden, here we are, it's May 21st, and you're about to receive your diplomas and say goodbye to Twin Falls High School. And whether you see it as a bittersweet send-off or a long overdue chance to spread your wings, the fact remains that we're adults now. That still hasn't quite sunk in for me, probably because my birthday's in June, but that's besides the point. It can seem daunting that you don't get to just be a high schooler anymore. But far more than daunting, it should be freeing. You don't have to just be a high schooler anymore. You are no longer defined by your youth. And for the first time, you have the opportunity to choose, truly choose what you want to become. And for the first time, you can dedicate yourself entirely towards that pursuit. Whether you're going off to college, joining the military, going on a mission, or entering the workforce, or any of countless other pursuits, keep that vision of yourself in mind as a guiding light throughout your first years of adulthood. And whether you're down in the dumps or on top of the world, find comfort in knowing that you are working towards becoming the best and most authentic version of yourself. Because that is truly the greatest thing that one can do. Our time together may be coming to a close, but our stories are not. So
let me leave you with this. As you go on to whatever journeys are ahead of you, be confident in yourself, be kind in yourself, to yourself, and most importantly, never forget to be yourself. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, we would now like to introduce tonight's speaker. Our speaker was born and raised in Pinedale, Wyoming. He moved to Twin Falls in 2007 and has been here ever since. He and his wife, Paige, have 4 amazing kids, Weston, Haley, Harper, and Wyatt. He is the CEO of Title I, which was recently voted the #1 best place to work in Idaho, and he is the founder of the J Foundation. His motto is, purpose in life is to be a leader, be a light. Please welcome to the stage, Jason Vickery.
Well, thanks, guys. I've done a few of these over the years. I've never followed anyone that's had a perfect SAT, though, before, so no pressure there at all. Graduates, today is a day to celebrate what you've become and to dream about what you're going to become. Before we run off into adulthood and resumes, rent payments, I want to introduce you to 4 people who have taught me something valuable about life, freedom, and the joy of not always playing it safe. Before we do that, I want to thank the Twin Falls class of 2025 for asking me to speak tonight. A special thank you to you parents, teachers, administrators, and every person who played a positive role in these students' lives. As always, I've got to give a big shout out to the band, the orchestra, the choir. Can we give them a huge round of applause tonight? For those that I haven't met, my name is Jason Vickery. I've lived in the Magic Valley since 2007. I have an incredible wife, Paige, and our 4 amazing children. I'm the CEO of a real estate company called Title I with offices throughout Idaho, Montana, Oregon, and Washington. I'm also the founder of the J Foundation, which was created in honor of one of my closest friends who lost his life to suicide. Over the last several years, I've had the privilege to meet an amazing group of people. From kids, friends, and their families, to our Title I team, fellow business leaders, and so many more of our Magic Valley youth through the J Foundation. Just last week, I spent 4 days in Missouri with 4 of my dear friends from Idaho. One is a retired CEO of a billion-dollar company. One built one of the largest property management companies in the nation. One has created a regional powerhouse, and one just sold his company and now is making impact as he transitions to the second chapter of life. While we were in Missouri, I told them I had the honor of speaking at graduation, and I asked them, what advice would you give this group of seniors? Before I share their wisdom, I want to tell you about who they really are. Behind the business card and success, I want to tell you about their alter egos. First, there's Pete. On the surface, Pete is chill, smooth, quiet, and confident. But his alter ego, Steve has a missing front tooth and one speed, full send. He's loud, unpredictable, and somehow always the life of the party. Steve reminds us that sometimes when life gets a little too polished and buttoned up, we all need to let go, laugh louder, and not take ourselves too seriously. Then there's Jeff, steady, brilliant, the kind of guy who ran a billion-dollar company, the guy you'd want in charge when the pressure's high. But deep down, Jeff's alter ego is Throttle. Throttle, a rock and roll rebel with the windows down and the music blasting. Throttle teaches us that even the most grounded people need to let loose, trust the moment, and live a little faster every now and then. Next is Jared. Today, he's a steady, family-first kind of guy. But back in the day, Rowdy Jared made some headlines. Let's just say there was an incident with a principal. That fire hasn't gone away. It still shows up on the golf course and in moments that matter. Rowdy Jared reminds us that even the wildest, most chaotic parts of our past can become powerful fuel for good. With the right purpose, even the darkest of paths can lead to the top of the mountain. It takes grit, perspective, and the courage to channel that energy in the right direction. And finally, there's Andy, a dad and husband who lives in rural Idaho and loves to golf and hunt. But his alter ego, DJ Waffles, the most fabulous remix dropping, dance floor commanding persona you'll ever meet. DJ Waffles reminds us that you can be strong and rugged and still wildly authentic, that you don't have to sacrifice personality or passion to lead and live fully. By definition, alter ego comes from Latin and means the other I. It's a second version of yourself, a bold, playful, or even hidden side that only comes out in certain moments. But here's the thing. Sometimes that version of you is the realest one there is. So graduates, and really everyone here tonight, here's our advice. Live in your alter ego. Be bold when the world tells you to play small. Be wild when life tries to tame you. Be true to the goofy, fearless, passionate part of yourself that doesn't always get the mic. The world has enough people trying to fit in. What we need more is Steves, more Throttles, more Rowdy Jareds, and a whole lot more DJ Waffles. Let me close with one last thought. 19 years ago, I sat in a seat just like the one you're in tonight. I graduated with great friends, great memories, and big excitement about my future. 10 years later, I lost one of my best friends to suicide. Every one of you seniors has heard his story, and every one of you has been gifted a pair of J-boots. If there's one thing you remember from my words tonight, please let it be this. Your J-boots are a reminder that you are loved, that you are valued, that you are needed and wanted here. And no matter how hard life gets, if you ever get to that spot Jay was in, you can put on your J-boots and you can ask for help. And there's nothing wrong with reaching out and asking for help. Twin Falls class of 2025, you did it. Parents, you did it too. I cannot wait to see what the future holds for each of you. Dream big, laugh hard, don't take yourself too seriously, and never forget to live boldly, bravely, and unapologetically in that beautiful, bold alter ego the world needs more than ever. Thanks for having me tonight. Go Bruins.
We would like to thank Jason for taking time out of his busy schedule to share these words of wisdom with us tonight. And as a thank you, we'd like to present him with this Texas Roadhouse gift card. Next, we'll be hearing from Eric Smallwood, the chairman of the school board.
Good evening, class of 2025. It's an honor to be up here and talk to you for a couple of minutes. We're gathered here to celebrate the culmination of years of hard work, dedication, and growth. Congratulations on reaching this important milestone in your lives. I stand here with immense pride and excitement for what the future holds for all of you. There's a proverb that says it takes a village to raise a child, and I think it is true. I want to thank the village that is our community here tonight. The parents, teachers, grandparents, aunts, uncles, friends, coaches, neighbors, and everyone else who is here to celebrate you. All of the people in this room helped in some way to get you here tonight, and they deserve a big heartfelt thank you. Now it is your turn to spread your wings and venture out into the world. As you leave this gymnasium tonight, you will be adults on a new and different journey. One thing I would implore of you is to become a part of the community wherever you end up. For society to function, we need people to be giving back to their communities. The next generation will need the same things that were afforded to you. Seek out the opportunity to coach, mentor, volunteer, and be a part of the village that creates wonderful communities such as ours here in Twin Falls. One other responsibility you have before you as an adult is voting. The great thing about America is we all get the chance to participate in elections and have our vote count. Were there any of you who are old enough and who registered and voted in this last November? Raise your hand. Awesome. Thank you for your participation. Remember, there are lots of elections, not just ones like the presidential election that garner all the attention. It will be your responsibility to help decide things at the city, county, and school level, as well as the elections for state and federal government. The local and state elections sometimes get forgotten, but they really matter. So please try to stay informed so you can really be a participant in the democratic process and help society function at its best. Lastly, I want to remind you that in an increasingly polarized world, to step back and realize all of you have way more in common than what differentiates you. This is true of any graduating class or any community. We all want to be happy and do good things. So be kind to one another, treat people with civility. You will find yourselves much happier if you can see the world in a positive light. I'll leave you a few words from the amazing Dr. Seuss. Congratulations, today is your day. You're off to great places, you're off and away. Today is your day, your mountain is waiting. So, get on your way. Dr. Dickinson, Principal Murphy, on behalf of the Twin Falls School District, the Board of Trustees formally accepts this class for graduation tonight. Thank you, and go Bruins, and congrats to the recently runner-up baseball team.
Good evening, graduates, parents, family members, and friends. I'm Nancy Jones, the principal of the best high school in the state of Idaho. I'm honored to serve as the building leader at Twin Falls High School and to have the opportunity to present the class of 2025 to you all this evening. I'd like to invite you to join me in a moment of silence to honor those who cannot be with us this evening, whether they're classmates, friends, faculty, or family members. Let us take this time to reflect on their memory and acknowledge their absence as we gather to celebrate. Thank you. We express heartfelt thanks to our dedicated teachers, paraprofessionals, secretaries, custodians, kitchen and support staff, bus drivers, and administrators for their hard work and commitment throughout this school year. I also want to thank the parents and express my gratitude for your support, your involvement, and patience in partnering with Twin Falls High School to help educate and guide these incredible students. As a former math teacher, I've always appreciated the way numbers can tell a story. The class of 2025 has written an inspiring one, marked by grit, unity, determination, leadership, and a relentless pursuit of excellence across many areas. 1, the number of state academic championships with girls soccer, as well as state sportsmanship award with volleyball. 6, the team and individual state championships that this class helped win. Team championships, girls cross country, volleyball and debate, individual, speech, bowling, and girls track. 6, the number of national merit finalists that we have sitting before you today. And I'd like the 6 of them to stand. It's the most we've ever had in the history of Twin Falls High School. Thank you. We had 6 salutatorians, as you saw earlier, and 6 graduates that have chosen to enlist in the military. 12 programs that placed at their respective state tournaments and competitions. 15 students who received the distinction of the CapEd Times News Scholar of the Week. 18 district titles won in various school activities. 19 valedictorians. 30 is the number of programs and activities that competed in state competitions this year. 56 early and flexible graduates, academic certificate earners, and associate degree earners. 59 National Honor Society members. 286 graduates. $28,855, the amount raised by our Change for Change campaign, which helps provide Christmas and other expenses to needy families around the Magic Valley, beating last year's total by over $9,500. $5,352,328, the amount of money in scholarships this class has been awarded so far. Our programs and activities continue to excel as they compete at the highest level, winning trophies, earning certifications, and accolades. Twin Falls High School scored well above the district and state averages on the Idaho Standardized Achievement Test. This class outperformed the state and national averages on the SAT. Once again, we're proud to be ranked among Idaho's top high schools by U.S. News and World Report in the top 20. The class of 2025 has been instrumental in this achievement, setting a powerful example and leaving a lasting blueprint of excellence for future students to follow. Please join me in congratulating this exceptional class for their hard work, dedication, and many accomplishments, both recognized and still unfolding, that have brought us to this moment. Twin Falls High School, class of 2025. In just a moment, you'll receive your high school diploma, a significant milestone in your life. Your future holds so much promise, and you've set a remarkable example for your younger peers and all future Bruins to follow. I'd like to leave you with a few parting words. Strive to leave every place better than you found it, and every person stronger than when you met them. Practice patience with yourself and others. See people not just as they are, but for what they can become, and offer the support and belief that they need to get there. Be dedicated, be disciplined, be driven. Never let fear keep you from working towards your goals. Pursue excellence with confidence, integrity, and purpose. Be grateful if you have someone in your life who pushes you to be better every day. You didn't wake up this morning to be average. Obstacles are challenges for winners. Excuses will always be there to use, but opportunities may not. Embrace grit, persistence, and perseverance. Those things will carry you through when life's challenges present themselves. You are loved, you are worthy, and you are full of potential. Once a Bruin, always a Bruin. On behalf of the Twin Falls High School staff and administration, we want you to know how deeply confident we are in your ability to rise to any challenge and navigate whatever lies ahead. We extend our heartfelt wishes for a future filled with purpose, achievement, and fulfillment. Congratulations, class of 2025, on your graduation. Dr. Dickinson, Chairman Smallwood, Vice Chairman Lloyd, Board of Trustees, I present the Twin Falls High School graduating class of 2025. They have met or exceeded all graduation requirements set forth by the state of Idaho and the Twin Falls School District.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Presenting diplomas first will be School Board Chairman, Mr. Eric Smallwood. Eve Julia Anderson. Jolie Lynn Baker. Anna Lou Bullwinkle. Abigail Nicole Reyna Campos. Nolan June Dickerson. Kylie Marie Dilly. Preston Woodruff Dopp. William Michael Hawkins. Alyssa Mae Jensen. Molly Anna Larson. Kenzie Elizabeth Mason. Tava Madeline McMurdy. Josephine Barbara Prusel. Elizabeth Grace Quinton. Aiden Rule Stallings. Spencer Benjamin Swenson. Nam Tan Bo. Adam Matthew Wright. Emily Catherine Wright. Andrew Daniel Child. Hank Nolan Dancy. Logan Gary Darrow. Haven Edith Ellison. Ellie Lou Fuchs. Victoria Bell Hardcastle. Jarrett William Jefferson Abram. Aspen Lucille Allen. Harriet Afton Haycock. Chase Andrew Lyda. Jordan Yorakariat Manning. Adeline Faye Martin. Jackson William Martin. Elizabeth Ann Marie Nelson. Dylan Tanner Sayers. Alexa Lori Seals the first. Olivia Ann Smith. Mackenzie Bree Adams. Guadalupe Alvarado. Reeve Marshall Anderson. Tina Marie Anderson. Tyler Joseph Anderson. Nevaeh Angelica Andrade. William Antonio Concepcion. Brinley K. Archibald. Caleb Alejandro Arias. Laura Lynn Arriba. Hadley Elise Aslett. Alec Joseph Asen. Athenas Jada Baker. Alyssa Lorraine Barker. Adeline Jean Bartley. Linda Marlene Baya. Owen Matthew Bean.
Almadina Begzadich. Noah Ryan Belville. Molly Faith Burnson. And now presenting diplomas will be School Board Vice Chair, Dr. Jason Lloyd. Elia Barrett. Lindy Bayruman. Emily Grace Betke. Benjamin Brett Bingham. Misha Rochelle Bingham. Carly Madison Bixler. Morgan Alexis Bowden. Gavin Abram Martin Bokich. Jane Gantry Boren. Jonathan Michael Botch. Shannon Riley Bramer. Blue Audra Ray Brown. Carson Bryce Brown. Lauren Elaine Brown. Kyler Luke Buchan. Camden Parker Call. Sofia Guadalupe Camacho. Rebecca Jane Campbell. Abiezer Campos. Jack Michael Carney. Alexis Nicole Carrillo. Christopher Gage Castle. Alec Jonathan Colley. Reggie Rebecca Cedarberg. Damian Roy Chavez. Juan Pablo Chavez. William Carl Christensen. Daniel Garin Isaiah Coilat. Bailey Ashlyn Cope. Louis Scott Cornelison. Chloe Leah Smith. Audrey Lou Dasher. Xander Ray DeBee. Levi Chad Despain. Clara Elizabeth Deutsch. Jasmine Ariana Dolan. Xander Joseph Dobson. Adrian Ulysses Duarte. Strider Vance Duff. Gavin Heath Eccles. Mia Edwards. Isabella Oleze Egbert. Dominic Eller. Zachary Lloyd Eller. Lexi Morgan Ellison. Marley Marie Fairbanks. Addison Rayanne Fiskus. Slade Willard Fisher. Isabel Francisca Folja. Lucas Isaac Free. Valeria Fregosa Cuevas. Angel Lorraine Flor Garcia. David Thomas Garcia. Elsa Arlene Gertsch. Karina Carmen Gill. Anton Gisto. And now presenting diplomas, I'll ask the trustee, Mrs. Heidi Kasdorf, come forward. Sydney Joe Glonner. Lydia May Goldenstein. Eliana Angelic Gomez. Kiana Miranda Gonzalez. Vincent Guillermo Gonzalez. Elizabeth Gonzalez Zavala. Preston James Graff. Caitlin Abigail Greer. Michaela Camille Gregg. Roper Jalen Haynes. Evan William Halcomb. Allie Lou Hanchy. John Richard Hanson. Riley Joe Hanson. Preston Gregory Harmison. Cody Joseph Harper. Allison Jimena Harris. Jonathan Cage Harris. Anessa Ray Hatch. Tavia Laurel Heck. Cody Sean Heffernan. Sadie Ellen Helms. John Charlie Hernandez. Alejandro Hernandez Gomez. Christian Herrera. Samantha Gail Haywood. Davis Neil Higley. Elizabeth Molly Hodge. Jude Tay Hodge. Reagan Kate Horner. Devin Scott Horrocks. Madison Mavis Horanic. Mackenzie K. Hudson. Liam Thane Hunt. Mackenzie Taylor Hymus. Easton James Irwin. Laney K. Jensen. Seth Robert Jean Jensen. Emma Jean Johnson. Audrey Anna Jones. Garrett Nelson K. Charles Kenneth Kendall. Kenton Leo Ketterling. Prasancha Katka. Fernanda Koch. Dominic James Kopnick. Zoe Jaden Coyle. Bradley Joseph Kroger. Emma Danielle Kudart. Salama Kulamushi. Amos Kuhn. Trevor Landon Ladwig. Leah Sophia Lambert. Autumn Rose LeBaron. Adiana Marie. Nolan Ryan LeHue. And now presenting diplomas will be Board Trustee Mrs. Emily Christensen. Elena Jaden Leckerkirk. Landon Cooper Lockwood. Giselle Alani Loya. Colton Patrick Lind. Lydia Joe Manwaring. Victor Marin Barejas. William Jared Marlowe. Ava Noel Martin. Jackson Nate Martin. Sam Aiden Martin. Jocelyn Isabel Martinez. Benjamin William Mauricio. Kaya Mary Mays. Layla J. Meads. Paloma Nayeli Mendoza. Amber Lee Mashesky. Ivy Clara Metzger. Alex Wayne Miller. Brennick Carson Miller. Caitlin Joy Miller. Abigail Sue Miranda. Deliana Etame Montoya. Stasha Rain Moore. Jasmine Marie Morris. Lauren Eileen Mullert. Trey Michael Murphy. Victoria Ann Myers. Neil Gregory Satoru Nakamura, Jr. Afton May Nebaker. Michael Ray Nelson. Avery Elizabeth Dangerfield. Haley Elizabeth Norris. Christina Ann Nygaard. Adoniah Joy O'Connor. Jace Tyler Olson. Jonas Daniel Orton. Lucas Charles Packer. Cash Richard Parker. Danielle Janet Peck. Alice Padroni. Reagan May Pannell. Emily Anai Peralta Santos. Ariana Marie Perkins. Emilia Neohi Peterman. Gage Anthony Pierce. Caitlin Suzanne Porter. Jordan Kylie Pratt. Elsie Pryor. Lucas Bernardo Pujero. Kylie Lynn Quinton. Anthony Samuel Ramirez. Wyatt James Rasmussen. Riker Rupert Rex. Reese Ann Richards. Austin D. Richardson. Now presenting diplomas will be trustee Mrs. Heidi Tubbs. Creighton Matthew Riddle. Tessa Lynn Rebasel. Umber Reinbeck. Mia Nayeli Rivera. Ethan Rodriguez. Richard Lee Roper. Jocelyn Yasmin Ruiz Hato. Diana Salinas. Dominic Manuel Salinas. Andrew James Sanchez. Joseph Alexander Sanchez. Kadam Felix Sanchez. Benson Sai Sayasaton. Joshua James Schlegelmilk. Alexander Joseph Schnitzler. Parker Ruby Schwartzweger. Ensu Sheen. Fatima Shehab. Emma Orly Shirley. Vanessa Adelisa Sobo. Gustav T. Stanton. Mikan Jordan Stellingworth. Kason Ray Stevenson. Zandon James Sterner. Danielle Lavon Stoneberg. Madison Nicole Taylor. Anna Elizabeth Teeter. Drayton David Tebow. Austin Vaughn Thompson. Cooper Clark Thompson. Kennedy Ellen Thompson. Olivia Ann Thompson. Lakin Riley Irene Thorne. Quinn Doyle Thorne. Haley Ann Tully. Camille Jeanne Sophie Tomlin. Jennifer Torres Vasquez. Mia Georgette Torres. AJ Vandenbosch. Shade Velasco. Josue Haziel Villanueva. Trinity Larry Vincent. Nicholas George Votrebeck. Daniel Owen Wade. Isaac Andrew Wadsworth. Hannah Jean Wallace. Scott Alexander Wallace. Andre Trevor Ware. Colin Carson Wasden. Yahida Carly Weeks. Harper Lee Walker. Skylar Anita Westberg. Evan Carol Whitworth. Ava Ryan Wilson. Tesfa Casey Wilson. Kevin Amalakai Wynn. Adeline Elizabeth Wise. Abigail Diane Weiser. Allison Grace Wittrup. Olivia Workman. Sarah Frances Wu. Ariana Anita Yaza.
I am not that tall. Okay. Hi. So we are announcing a new award this year, and this award is the Bruin of the Year. Basically, this award to us is someone who's put in a lot of school spirit, dedication, and love towards the school. We believe they have shown up, and they bleed blue.
The male Bruin of the Year winner is Camden Call. And the female Bruin of the Year winner is Mia Torres.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Hattie Haycock, your senior class treasurer, and on behalf of the Twin Falls High School class of 2025, I'm honored to announce our senior class gift. As we leave this school behind, we wanted to leave something that stands tall with pride, just like we have learned to do. So tonight we give two things. First, a bold window vinyl featuring our new school logo, reminding every Bruin to stand up. Second, tack strips throughout the halls so that students' work and school spirit can be displayed easier and without damage. May these gifts reflect the pride we have felt walking these halls and continue to lift up future Bruins in coming years. Thank you, and go Bruins.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, esteemed faculty, proud parents, and most importantly, the graduates of the class of 2025. My name is Jarrett Abram, and I'm proud to say that I've been the president of the Twin Falls High School class of 2025. Out of the many duties I've been given this year, speaking at graduation is certainly the most daunting one, so I'll try to make it short for your sake and mine. As I've reflected on my high school memories these past few weeks, one of the pictures that has popped up often in my phone is of me on the first day of freshman year, permed hair, smile full of braces, and looking scared out of my mind. Some of you may have the same picture somewhere. First day of freshman year, wondering what new world lies ahead of us. And this big brick building with Home of the Bruins proudly displayed. One piece of advice I was given before the first day was to treat high school as an opportunity, to experience new things and be brave and say yes. And although at the time I didn't quite know how to interpret that advice, I tried to apply it whenever I could. I said yes to going to the games and dances. I said yes to hanging out with new friends, and yes to joining new clubs and trying out for teams. Some of these things were a success and some weren't, and that's okay.
The point is that I was experiencing them. One thing that I could never have predicted would shape my high school experience as strongly as it did was being asked to be a member of the student council my sophomore year. I was nervous, but again I said yes. Thank you, Mrs. Ladwig and Mrs. Glorfield, for seeing something in me that I didn't certainly see. I've been proud to be at Twin Falls High School Bruin, but being a member of student council has given me a different level of pride in our school, working closely with our elite administration who expects every Twin Falls High School student to put forth their best effort every day, and my fellow STUCO members, putting on events like Homecoming and Service Bowl. Each year was challenging, but with each experience, we were able to prove to ourselves that we could do hard things. And even with failures, we learned that at least we were brave enough to try. I know those lessons will serve me greatly as I venture on to my next steps. When I look around this room, I see the faces of many community members, teachers, family, and friends who are here to honor and cheer on the class of 2025, as they have for the past 12 years. Men and women who have believed in us and truly been our village, how lucky are we to have grown up in a place such as this? And most importantly, I see you, my peers, friends, and classmates. And what I see are chairs filled with future opportunities to become a village for the next generation. Future fathers and mothers, future teachers and coaches and leaders, future nurses, firefighters, policemen and women, military members, and business owners. Whatever your path may be, I could see the opportunity that lay ahead of us to go forth and make a difference. The Twin Falls Bruins are known for excellence, and whatever you may feel about these past 4 years, whether they're the best years of your life or the ones you can't wait to leave behind, my challenge to each of you is to go forth and be brave. Say yes to new opportunities and challenges. Always remember that the measure of your success will never be calculated by the size of your bank account, but in how you treat others. One of my favorite quotes is from the book Wonder. When given the choice between being right or being kind, choose kind. So I challenge you, us, the class of 2025, to become the leaders in your future homes and communities. And please realize that a leader doesn't have to bear a fancy title or be appointed. A leader will simply be recognized by their actions. Say yes to coaching your kid's baseball team or helping a neighbor move. Show up to cheer your local football team or watch your daughter's dance recital. Find a charity that can use your talent and serve. And whenever you pass a little kid selling lemonade, check your pockets. And if you're able, donate $1 to their efforts. As we enter this next chapter called adulthood, it is likely that we'll face difficulties we can't even fathom now. Working jobs and running households while raising children, helping take care of your elderly grandparents and parents, dealing with financial decisions and setbacks, and maybe even life-changing illness or losses. When you're faced with despair, I urge you to return to your small hometown roots and lean on the friendships and lessons you've gained within the walls of Twin Falls High School. And when others need you, I hope you'll be their Nancy Barretts and offer a shoulder and listening ear, because truly it's the smallest acts that make the biggest difference. And just being a good human is heroic. To Mrs. Jones, who leads our school fiercely, Mrs. Ladwig and Mrs. Glorfield, the best STUCO leaders ever, Mrs. Jansen, who tirelessly tutored me for 2 years straight, Mrs. Barrett, who always had time to give me a hug or smile, and Rita Reuter for allowing me to share her son Jake's story through my senior project, and many more, I say thank you. You've given me the skills and confidence to try new things, and your belief in me. And to you, my friends and peers, thank you for allowing me to serve as your senior class president. It was my honor. Will all graduates please rise? You can now move your tassel from the right to the left. Congratulations, class of 2025. We did it.